As a student here, I know firsthand the struggle that many of us went through this year. None of us knew what to expect going into the school year, but we were able to overcome this together, which speaks a lot about our school and what it means to be a warrior. Warriors don't give up when things get difficult. And with this, we were able to persevere through the many challenges of this school year. In order for the school year to work, we all had to come together and face many adversities, whether that be the difficult hybrid schedule or having to quarantine for an extended period of time. This school year will probably go down as one of the most challenging years in our young life, but that didn't slow us down from accomplishing many goals and achieving greatness. Plus, it's almost over. After this ceremony, we'll all be able to sit back, relax, and enjoy our summer, and think fondly of everything we were able to accomplish this year. So, without further ado, let's get this ceremony started. I'd like to welcome up Colton Bagley, Secretary of Class of 2022.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Colton Bagley. I'm the current secretary for the class of 2022. I'm here tonight to introduce one of the most well-rounded individuals I know. Not only has this student been an avid member of Student Council, Future Business Leaders of America, National Honor Society, and various other high-achieving programs and groups, she has also participated in various extracurricular activities ranging from drama club and show choir to varsity track and field, just to name a few. She has done an excellent job of making a name for herself these past few years, earning numerous awards and accreditations along the way. She currently holds the office of class president and has been re-elected for our coming senior year as well. She has served as vice president and historian for our sophomore and freshman year. However, these notable achievements are not all that defines this student. She also has many personal qualities that have made her into one of the most well-admired people I have met within my time at Nokomis. She represents kindness, understanding, leadership, and a deep passion for learning that I hadn't seen until meeting this strong, intelligent young woman. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to the podium, Zoe Stankiewicz.
Hi, thank you, Colton. Hi, I'm Zoe Stankiewicz. I'm here today to share with all of you the secret to success in high school. However, I will start off by saying there is no one secret to managing high school, let alone succeeding. High school is hard. High school is a package that comes with social standards, milestones, academic performances, extracurriculars, and anything else that may matter to you specifically. What I can say about high school is that you need to find a purpose, a larger picture, your drive to do the seemingly unnecessary mountain of tasks. Without that purpose, high school can drive you crazy or push you out. Now, I'm not saying you need to decide right now what you want to do for the rest of your life, but I'm saying you need to have some goal, a mental picture of how you want yourself to look when you walk across that stage at graduation. Anytime you find yourself struggling, remind yourself of what you want to achieve. Let that image, that drive, push you to better yourself and to focus on the things that really matter to you. I understand that right now especially, curveballs can be thrown at you that may completely change how your high school experience plays out. Some of us have not even set foot in the school since last year. Some of us have had an insanely hard time learning and paying attention online. The teachers have done a tremendous job and the best they could to make us feel included and normal. However, there has been nothing normal about this year, and that's not a bad thing to say. Online classes have this great temptation to mute your computer or not do the given assignment right away. But when we find that temptation, it's crucial to stay on top of your work and stay afloat. High school is really easy to get swallowed up in. But again, with that drive and that purpose to tackle the list, you can achieve more than you think. Now, I'm certainly not one to talk about always turning my work in on time or understanding a new concept immediately. But throughout my 3 years of high school, I have learned that the teachers are here for us. They want to see us succeed and thrive. No matter how many days in a row you show up to their room asking for help understanding chemistry, or how many times you have to redo homework assignments in math. They all want to help, and to loosely quote the wonderful Miss Neal, use them as a resource for your own benefit. Finding a connection with a teacher helps them notice how you try to devote yourself to the work, to the school, and your own personal growth. High school is a time for you to work on yourself and figure out how you operate and how you can better work towards who you want to be in life. It takes a long time to figure ourselves out. But this year has proved how strong and united our warrior nation can be. I cannot begin to describe the incredible challenges my peers have faced. No matter what is said or done, we have survived and managed to find a light in the tunnel of this year. That alone is succeeding in high school, in my opinion. Be proud of yourself and for all of your peers. Everyone has been able to overcome and flourish in your time here. Thank you. Now I want to welcome Mia Coots, the president of the class of 2024.
Hi everyone, my name is Mia Coots. I'm the president of the freshman class. And tonight I have the honor of introducing our principal, Mary Netto, who has worked at Nokomis Regional High for the past 29 years. During that time, she has worked as a business education teacher, an academic support teacher, the director of guidance, assistant principal, and is now the principal of Nokomis Regional High. Ms. Netto has been involved in a wide variety of extracurricular activities over her tenure here. And Ms. Netto embodies the Nokomis and warrior spirit more than any other staff member I've had the pleasure of meeting. I'm very grateful to go to a school where all my staff is dedicated to my learning and my experiences throughout high school. And Ms. Netto is a huge factor behind all of that. Ms. Netto would do anything a student asked of her simply because that she cares for all of us. Now, please welcome the principal of Nokomis Regional High, Mary Netto.
Mia, I'm really glad and part of that too. And you didn't say, you're going over the time here and saying, my mom remembers Miss Netto from school too. So I'm glad you guys didn't throw my speech out when you were up here doing that. Welcome. Thank you, Mia, for a great introduction. And I know this probably, the first thing that I wanted to say tonight might sound kind of silly, since tomorrow is the last day of school, but I just can't help it. I have to say, welcome back. Welcome back. Yes, we have missed you. A big part of what we do here at Nokomis is so community-driven. And parents and family members and siblings and grandparents and aunts and uncles and cousins who are here tonight, thank you for joining in on this, because what really makes Warrior Nation rock is all of us together. So I am just overjoyed. It's been an amazing couple of weeks to have these end-of-year ceremonies where we can welcome people back into our building. So I'm just ecstatic to see you. Last weekend we had our graduation for our senior class, and at class night when we did our awards, I said something I think bears repeating tonight, and some of our speakers have alluded to it. This year has been hard. It's been very hard. But I have to say, I would not want to go through a pandemic with anyone else than the staff and students in Nokomis Regional High, because I think they truly, truly made the best of a very difficult situation. And I think in the end, they came out ahead. There were a lot of lessons we learned that nobody maybe thought about a year or so ago, but I think we've learned a lot about ourselves. We've learned a lot about our capacity to do good work in tough times. And I think it's also reaffirmed our desire to be here and to be part of this community. So I'm incredibly proud of the work that our students have done. It's been very challenging, but I can't tell you how impressed I am with what our entire student body and staff has done this year. They've conducted themselves with a lot of commitment, grit, patience, understanding, and communication with all of us. So I'm particularly proud this year. You know, sometimes when I meet new people, and, you know, a lot of, first question a lot of times people will ask you is, well, what do you do for work? And I'm always surprised by sometimes the responses I get when I say, well, I'm a high school principal. Not often are people, they seem like really excited about that. They kind of like, oh my God, good for you. I can't believe you do that. And like, you need to know, I am quick to change their perspective around because I think they've got a little bit of a negative connotation. And I have to tell you, I feel so fortunate to be able to work with such incredible young adults every day. I find them just truly amazing. They're funny, they're honest, they're hardworking, and they're good people to be around. So I feel very blessed and very honored to be the principal of this high school. I'm also proud to be your parent. I'm not your parent. I'm not that old, okay, for some of you, but I'm also proud of our parents, too. You know, it does take a community, and I hope you all know how vital your support is of your child and our school, because only together can we really be or reach our potential and be what we want to be. You know, I love it. You know, obviously it's always great when you hear somebody, give you compliments or shout out. That's nice too. But I really respect when people come in and talk to us about maybe what's not going the way we all hope it would go. That kind of honest communication and investment is truly what makes a difference in our students' lives. And parents, I know this past year hasn't been easy for you either, this past year plus. You know, there were some moments early when you had to be the teacher at home. I kind of did chuckle and think, how do you like us now? Because I know it was hard, and I know it was hard on our students, and so I can't thank you enough, too, parents and family members, for your commitment to making this work. So here we are tonight to recognize, every year our Warriors are doing great things, but again, I do think this group merits special recognition that not only through a global pandemic, we didn't just survive, we thrived. And our students did some amazing work. And so as you came in tonight, you all have your envelope with your child's award. And so at this point, get your envelope ready. And so this is the point in the ceremony. I love this moment. So I'm going to invite you all to stand with your child, and I would like you to present your child with their awards, and please take a moment to let them know how proud of them you are. If you'd like to take your seat again, once you get that final hug or picture or congratulations in, I'd like to invite forward Mrs. Murray to assist me with these presentations. So we do have a few special awards, overarching awards that we'd like to present individually, and I'd ask that those students please come forward to receive their award. And before I do, I would be remiss if I did not recognize the administrative assistants in our office, Don Hale in guidance, Melissa Leali, and Terry Murray in the main office. They do an incredible amount of work that often goes unnoticed and unthanked, and I can't thank them enough because they definitely make me look good. If I'm able to look good at all, it's because of them keeping my wheels on and the work that they do. And you're not going to find an office staff that takes more pride in their students and their school than the staff that we have at Nokomis Regional High. So thank you, Terry, and thank you, Don and Melissa. So our first group of awards is one for each grade level, and it's Warrior of the Year. These students are nominated and voted on by the Nokomis Regional High faculty. Students nominated for Warrior of the Year have shown either or both outstanding school spirit, excellence in extracurricular activities, improvement in academics, and citizenship, and take great pride in being a Nokomis Warrior. The Warrior of the Year for the class of 2024 is Ava Brunel. Congratulations, Ava. Warrior of the Year for the class of 2023 is Rachel Creswell. And Warrior of the Year for next year's senior class, the class of 2022, is Hunter Upton. Our next category of awards are the Student of the Year for each grade level. Students nominated for Student of the Year have demonstrated a high level of academic achievement, expressed intellectual curiosity, engaged in rigorous curriculum, and have shown perseverance through challenging material. The Student of the Year for the freshman class, class of 2024, is Northern Viles. Congratulations, Northern. The Student of the Year for the class of 2023 is Mackenzie Jones. Mackenzie wasn't able to make it tonight. And the Student of the Year for the class of 2022 is Casey Crockett. Well, Casey, I'm going to ask you to stay right there. The Dartmouth Book Award is given or sponsored by Goody Gilman, a Dartmouth alumni, sponsors this award for Nokomis Regional High. The award is given to a student in the junior class who ranks in the top 10% of the class with outstanding academic credentials, demonstrates strong character, has made a positive contribution to the school community, excels in at least one academic area, and is a candidate for entrance to a competitive college or university. The 2021 Dartmouth Book Award winner is Casey Crockett. And at this time, I would like to welcome the class president from the class of 2023, Brianna Townsend.
Good evening. I want to start by saying how awesome it is to be able to welcome everyone back in the building. And I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. So next we are going to hear from Cody Creation, and he's going to share with us from his experiences what it means to be a warrior. Cody excels in the classroom as he tackles all honors classes, and he also does that while balancing being a three-sport varsity athlete, and that's not easy to do. So without further ado, let's hear from Cody Creation.
Thank you, Bree. Hello, everyone. I am Cody Creation, now a senior here at Nokomis. I'd like to give a quick thanks to Mrs. Netto for giving me the opportunity to speak at tonight's award ceremony. It is truly an honor. When she asked me if I would like to give a speech on what it meant to be a warrior, I was all over it, because being a warrior is something that means a lot to me. But for anyone who knows me knows I'm not much of a public speaker, but here I am. When I was asked to give a 5-minute speech about what it meant to be a warrior, I thought to myself, what can I possibly talk about for 5 minutes? I started thinking about my experiences, my friends, my teachers, and who I am as a person. It goes without saying that the thoughts and emotions overwhelmed me. To some, this is just a school or just something in life at some place you just have to go to for a few years before you can start your life. The reality is, Nokomis is such a monumental part of our lives. Even I fear I won't truly know how significant of an impact it's had on me personally until I'm older. The home of the Warriors is far more than just a destination on the map. This is a one-of-a-kind place on the planet, and we're so incredibly lucky to be included in its history. When we graduate next year, we will all part our separate ways onto greatness. Some will be doctors, mechanics, military members, teachers, and so on. But wherever each one of us goes, we will bring with us the best of the best. We have a great school, we have great teachers, and some of the best coaches in the state. We've been taught how to be the best we can by these role models. And when it's time to let the world see it, it shouldn't come to a surprise to those who we interact with when we say, I went to Nokomis. The dictionary defines a warrior as a person engaged or experienced in warfare. While we students at Nokomis are not exactly trained war fighters, we do each fight our own battles each day we walk into school. For example, we fight the battle of doing the best we can academically, we battle on the sporting fields to earn the win, and we battle with ourselves each day to put one foot in front of the other to be the best we can be. Nokomis is the place that trains us each day to prepare us for the battle that we all face when we graduate and move on to the next step of our lives. Ethos are the values one has inside them. The ethos that Nokomis warriors use in battle are, I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade. Being a student here, I can relate to the warrior ethos. As a student here, we are taught to place our academics as priority number one. When we are faced with challenges or adversity, we never back down from a fight. If we falter, part of being a Nokomis warrior is having the ability to get up and dust yourself off and get back into the fight. We warriors refuse defeat. We will never give up or give into our battles. Lastly, and what I would argue is the most important, is that we never leave our friends behind when they struggle or slow down. Warriors will always carry warriors.
Thank you, Cody. You know, and I mentioned when people ask me, I'm a high school principal, and I think it's pretty amazing to be here. You got a little taste tonight of what I get to work with. Some pretty amazing young adults, and I can't be more proud of how they have battled through this year. You know, as we wrap up this school year, I want everybody to leave filled with hope. You know, our plan, barring some crazy curveball, like I think Zoe talked about curveballs, our plan is to come back 5 days a week in person next fall. And I want to see everybody here. And I talked to, I'm headed over to the 8th grade ceremony here in a couple minutes, but I was able to talk to our incoming freshman class for a few minutes last week. And I'm going to tell you what I told them. Warriors are back. And we're going to fill this house and rock this house. And we're done with the pandemic. We are going to do what we need to do to take care of business. And we're coming back to school with a lot of energy and really see us take Nokomis to a whole new level and write the next chapter of our school's history. And I'm pretty excited about it. And I, on behalf of our staff, wish you all just some peace and some rest and some joy and maybe some time spent with family members and friends that you haven't been able to see for a few months. But I think you have all done an amazing job over these last 15 months, and I think we all do deserve some respite and some joy. So as we close out tonight's ceremony, I wish you all the best. And I was reminded I did not say this when I finished my graduation speech. I think I was too excited, and I can't believe I didn't. But you know what's coming, and if you want to yell it with me, I would love that. It's 2 words. One is go, and the other one is Warriors. And are you ready? Go Warriors! That was kind of weak, people. I'm going to give you one more time. 1, 2, 3. Go Warriors! All right, that's better. Have a great summer, everybody. Thank you for coming.